Launch your own social show, a step-by-step guide. Did you know that YouTube on TV is now the most watched app in the entire United States? Yeah, not TikTok, not Netflix, YouTube. And guess what? People aren't just watching random videos. They're following social shows. They're craving that connection, that sense of community, that feeling of being part of something bigger. And let me tell you, that's where you come in. If you're not creating your own social show, you're missing out on loyal viewers, repeat customers, and the easiest way to stand out online. Stick around because today I'm going to show you why you need a social show and how to launch one, even if you've never made a single video before. We're living in a whole new world, folks. Gone are the days of traditional TV. People are done with being talked at. They want to be talked. They want on-demand, personality-driven content, something that speaks directly to them, something that makes them feel like they're part of the conversation. And guess what? That's where you come in. You have a voice, a unique perspective, a story that only you can tell. Don't underestimate the power of your story. It has the power to connect, to inspire, to build a community. Look, your brand isn't just a product or a service. It's not just a logo or a tagline. It's a living, breathing entity. And guess what gives it life? Personality. You don't need to go viral overnight. You don't need 1 million followers on day one. You need consistent, engaging content that people come back to week after week, month after month, just like their favorite TV show. Think about your favorite shows. What keeps you coming back for more? It's the characters, the relationships, the stories that unfold over time. Your brand needs that same kind of depth, that same ability to draw people in and keep them hooked. Why do people get hooked on shows? Why do they binge watch for hours on end? Because they know what to expect. Every episode follows a pattern, a formula that keeps them engaged. They know the characters, they understand the premise, and they keep coming back for more. The same applies to your brand. When people know what they're getting, they form a habit. And habits, my friends, turn into loyalty. Think about your favorite restaurants. You keep going back because you know you're going to get a great meal. You know the atmosphere, you know the service, you know exactly what to expect. Your brand needs to be that familiar, that comforting, that reliably awesome. Chapter 4. Formats that hook your audience. Now, let's talk about how to make this happen. How do you create that addictive, must-watch content? It starts with the right format. Pick a format that people recognize, something familiar that they can latch on to. Interviews are a great option. People love getting insights from experts, from thought leaders, from people who are doing cool things. Challenges are another great way to grab attention. Think about challenges like, can you sell me this in 60 seconds? Or try not to laugh. These formats are engaging, they're shareable, and they create a sense of community as people root for each other to succeed or fail hilariously. Q&A sessions are another fantastic way to connect with your audience. They get to ask you questions directly, and you get to provide valuable insights and build a deeper relationship with your tribe. Chapter 5. Consistency is king. One mistake I see all the time is people randomly posting different types of content. One day, it's a tutorial. Next week, it's a vlog. Then crickets, nothing for a month. Fellas, that's not how you build a following. That's like a TV show changing its time slot every week. You never find it. You need to be consistent. You need to show up on a regular schedule with the same type of content that your audience knows and loves. Think of it like working out. You don't get ripped by going to the gym once a month. You get results by showing up consistently, putting in the work, and staying dedicated to the process. Chapter 6. Choose your weapon. Let's get specific. It's time to choose your format, the weapon you're going to use to dominate your niche. Will you do street interviews like, what do you do for a living? This format is all about capturing those raw, unscripted moments that make people feel like they're part of the conversation. Maybe a challenge series like, can you sell me this in 60 seconds is more your style. This is a great way to inject some fun and competition into your content while also showcasing your products or services. Or maybe you're more of a deep dive expert. If that's the case, consider a weekly deep dive into industry secrets. Share your knowledge, your insights, your unique perspective with the world. The key here is to pick one format and stick with it for at least 10 episodes. That's right, 10 episodes of pure, unadulterated commitment to your chosen format. This gives you time to experiment, to refine your approach, and to see what resonates with your audience. Chapter 7, Starting Simple. Now, I know what you're thinking. Shawn, this sounds like a lot of work. And yeah, if you try to create a Netflix level show from day one, you'll get burnt out faster than a match in a hurricane. That's why you start simple. Don't overthink it. Don't get caught up in fancy equipment or elaborate scripts. Just start creating. Remember, the goal is to connect, to engage, to build a relationship with your audience. And you can do that with just your phone and a whole lot of passion. Chapter 8, your first episode. Some of the best social shows are just one person and a phone. Look at TikTok street interviews, no fancy cameras, no scripts, just real conversations with real people. So, how do you start? Record your first episode using just your phone. That's right, the same phone you use to call your grandma, the same phone you scroll through Instagram on. That's all you need. Keep it under 60 seconds. People have short attention spans, so grab their attention fast and leave them wanting more. Use the same intro and outro for every episode. This creates consistency and it helps people instantly recognize your content. Post one episode per week for a month. That's it. 4 episodes. That's your first milestone. Chapter 9, Leveling Up Your Show. Once you're comfortable, it's time to level up. You've got the basics down, you're comfortable in front of the camera, and now it's time to take it to the next level. This is where you invest in better production. I'm not saying you need to go out and buy a Hollywood-grade camera, but maybe invest in a decent microphone or some basic lighting. Trust me, it makes a world of difference. Next, start inviting guest appearances. Having guests on your show is a great way to introduce your audience to new voices, new perspectives, and new ideas. And finally, explore more locations. Get out of your comfort zone, get out of your office, get out into the world, and show people what you're all about. Chapter 10, Creating a Signature Series. Now, if you really want to dominate, you take it to the next level. Some brands are literally creating reality shows around their business. Take Brooklyn Coffee Shop. Their entire social media presence is a show. It's funny, it's engaging, and people binge watch it like it's a sitcom. So how do you do this? Plan a mini-series around your brand. This could be anything from documenting the launch of a new product to taking your audience behind the scenes of your business. Document a journey, like watch me launch my new product in 30 days. This is a great way to create anticipation and excitement around your brand. Create a game show, for example. Guess the price with random strangers. This is a fun and interactive way to engage your audience and get them talking about your brand. Build a personality-driven reality show, like a day in the life of a hustler. This is a great way to connect with your audience on a personal level and show them what you're all about. Outro, the world is watching. Listen, my guy, if you're still watching, this is your sign to start. No more excuses. No more waiting for the perfect time. The perfect time is now. The brands and influencers winning right now. They just started. They weren't perfect. Their first videos were rough, but they kept going, and now they own their space. Start your first episode this week. Film it on your phone. Keep it under 60 seconds. Post it without overthinking it. If you want to learn how to stand out online, make sure you grab my free ebook, The Ultimate Guide to AI in Digital Marketing. Go to the Ultimate Guide to AI in Digital Marketing.com and start growing your brand today. Hit that like, drop a comment, and subscribe for more. Now get out there and start your show because the world is watching.